Hey everyone, Peter here with another devotional for you today out of John chapter 11, verse 35. Now, this is a very unique verse. It's actually probably one of the shortest Bible verses there is. It is only 2 words, and the words are this. John chapter 11, 35. It says, Jesus wept. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Peter, why are you doing a devotional on 2 words that say that Jesus wept? Well, this actually takes place in the story of Lazarus. Some of you might be familiar with it, where one of Jesus's close friends actually ends up getting sick and he dies and passes away, and they bury Lazarus in a tomb. And so Lazarus's sisters, Mary and Martha, they come to find Jesus while he's still sick before he has passed away. And they ask Jesus to come and heal him, and Jesus doesn't quite make it there in time, and the sisters begin to grieve, and they begin to mourn over the loss of their brother. And one of them even tells Jesus, she says, if you just would have been here, he might have lived. And Jesus tells her, he says, don't worry, he is going to raise from the dead. And Jesus ultimately comes and he shows up on the scene, and he does what only God can do, and he ends up raising his friend Lazarus from the dead. But the crazy thing about this verse that I shared with you in John chapter 11, verse 35, where it says that Jesus wept, here's the thing. Jesus already knew that he was going to raise his friend Lazarus from the dead. He knew what he had the power to do. He knew what he himself was capable of and what he could do, and that he could bring Lazarus back to life. But Jesus still wept, and he still mourned over the loss of his friend. I think sometimes in our lives, when we go through grievances, when we go through periods of mourning, when we go through times of loss, when we go through trying and challenging things that are just super sad in our own lives, we oftentimes feel like the God that we believe in is unrelatable. We feel like he's so far off. But what we can see right here clearly in Scripture is that oftentimes when our hearts are broken, when we're going through hard things that are devastating and we are grieving, that God is right there grieving with us. There's a passage in the book of Psalms that says that God is near to the brokenhearted. No matter what you're going through right now in your own life, or the next time that you come across something that happens in your life that is just devastating, that you are mourning over, don't feel like the God that we serve is far away from you, that he's so far removed. But remember that Jesus has been through so many of the things that we encounter and go through in life. He knows what it's like to lose a friend. He knows what it's like to lose family members. He knows what it's like to be betrayed, to be gossiped about, to be hurt physically, to have people look at him differently, to talk behind his back. Jesus has been through it all, and so the next time that you feel like life is hard and you are walking alone, just remember that the God that we serve has been through all of it. He can relate. He understands what you're going through, and you are not walking by yourself. He is walking right next to you. I hope this has been an encouragement for you today. Thank you so much. Until next time.